Okay, it should be recording. All right, guys, welcome to the team call. Tonight's call, I'm going to focus on the big secret to my success as a Beachbody coach. And so I'm going to tell you it at the end, but, makes you stick around. All right, so I want to talk about everybody who is on their way to Success Club so far, because we have so many people rocking it, and I just think it's awesome. I mean, if you look at that, we've got Tristan, Marissa, I actually am not supposed to be on there, but Wendy, Rachel, Bridget, Michelle, Brianna, Jamie, Ashley, Jessica, Serena, Marie, Katie, Jasmine, Alicia, Katie, Kelsey, Sheila. I mean, that's amazing. All of these guys have helped at least one person get started so far this month. And I think that that's just incredible, and we should celebrate every single point that we get. And then people who are in Success Club, Kylie with 12 points, Mackenzie with 6, and myself with 5. So congratulations for already making Success Club. We are still at the very beginning of February, so there's plenty of time for everybody to make Success Club. And I'll talk about the importance of that through this call, but just know that it just means that everybody in Success Club or with points on the board is changing other people's lives. And rank advancements. I want to say congrats to all of these ladies for reaching Emerald in their business. And so what does that mean? Emerald means that they've helped at least 2 people get started as coaches. And becoming an Emerald is actually a big deal, because it means that you've activated your business center. It means that you can now start getting customer leads when you make Success Club. And it also means that you're now eligible for the team cycle bonus. So congrats, guys. And then the new diamond coach, shine bright like a diamond, Erin. Could not be more proud of this lady. She has been working consistently on her business for quite some time now, and to reach this is just such a giant success, and I'm very proud of you. A diamond coach is where it all starts happening, guys. This is where you have coaches that are actually also building underneath you as well. And so, it gets exciting because you have a team that you can help lead and help teach, and it makes it way more fun, and you make more money. As a diamond coach, you're capped out at $200,000 a year. So it'll take you a while to reach that cap, but that's the earning potential just by becoming a diamond coach. And it also lets you reach cycle bonus for $18 a cycle rather than $14. So it's a really huge step in your business. And now that you know how to do it, you can teach others. And so the next goal really should be 2-star diamond, because that's when we get some rank bonuses and things of that nature. And I also wanted to celebrate Kylie for being a top recruiter this week. I think she signed 5 coaches in 1 week, which is just bananas, guys. That's SE10 in 1 week is huge. So that's just showing you that she's being very consistent with her business and doing the 3 vital behaviors. All right, I want to talk a little bit about announcements. So Super Saturday days. There's 2. We're still going to hold a main Super Saturday. It'll be held on Sunday morning, April 3rd. The registration link and some more info will be posted as soon as we've nailed down the venue and all of that stuff. So put that on your calendars, mark your calendars. And then for those of you who are interested, Ryan and I were actually asked to speak at a different Super Saturday down in Massachusetts on Saturday. And so we'll be speaking there. There'll be 7 other elite coaches there, tons of Star Diamonds. Bob Lucido and Keith Callahan, who are both members of the Millionaires Club, will be doing a training for the Diamond coaches before Super Saturday starts. And then they'll also be speaking on stage too. So you don't want to miss that. If you have the ability to get down there, let us know. Ryan and I were thinking of possibly even renting out a bus or something and busing everybody down. The tickets for the event are $15. So if you can take the time and you can make it there, I highly suggest it. And you can find more information on that link right there, facebook.com/events, all of that jazz. I'll post this afterwards too, so you can grab that link if you didn't have a chance to grab it. But you can go over there and check out more information about the event itself. So get registered for one or both, but you should definitely be registered for at least one. And then Summit. So I know we talk about Summit every team call, and there's a reason for that. Summit is like a non-negotiable if you want to be a building coach in this business. This is where you learn from the best of the best. You have the top coaches speaking. You have corporate speaking. You have live workouts with celebrity trainers. You can qualify for certain events like photo ops with celeb trainers, different parties where you get like really good access to Carl and Jeff Hill and all of those guys that are really, you know, fantastic for you to get to know and just really learn and grow and push your business forward. This is where a lot of aha moments happen. Not to mention, it's also in Nashville, which is super ridiculously fun. So there are a ton of us going. You can room with other people. If money is an issue, it shouldn't be, because there's few months to get there and you can sell as many challenge packs as it takes to cover the costs. But it is a wait list currently, so you need to get on the wait list. Carl Deichler said he guarantees that everybody will get off, so we'll see if that happens. But get on the wait list now so that you do have that chance to be able to register and go. All right, my biggest secret for success. Can you keep a secret? Ryan told me I'm a super dork for this topic, but I don't care. I think it's funny. All right, power hour every day. You're going to notice that this presentation, while it has a lot of meat to it, isn't the most like fluid presentation that I've ever done, but that's okay. I don't care. I want to do my must errors, and so I'm giving you info, so take it. All right, so power hour every single day. So some of you new coaches are like, what the heck's a power hour? Well, I'll tell you. A power hour every day means that you're adding 5 new friends to your Facebook. So just go out and friend new people. There's several ways you can do that. If you go to my YouTube page, I've got some training on how to do that. If you Google it or go to YouTube, you can see other coaches talking about it. You'll notice on your Facebook, like it says suggested friends. That's one way to do it. But just be adding 5 new contacts to your Facebook page every single day. The next step, start 5 new conversations every day. These are not people who have liked your posts. These are not people who you've talked to previously. These could be friends. These could be acquaintances. These could be newer people that you've added and, you know, sort of gone back and forth liking their stuff. These are not people who liked your post about a challenge group. These are people that you are starting conversations with. And you want to start these conversations about something going on their Facebook page. You're not going to jump in and ask them if they've ever considered coaching. You're not going to jump in and ask them if they want to join your challenge group, because that's weird. You just started talking to them. You don't have a relationship with them. Or if they are somebody that you know really well, it's still weird to just jump in and be like, hey, you want to coach with me? So these are people that you're starting conversations with based on the fact that you've either seen something on their page that you can relate to, and you can say, hey, I just saw that picture of your Great Dane. How old is he? I've always wanted a Great Dane. They're gigantic. And start talking about that, right? Or you can say, hey, it's been so long since I've talked to you. You just popped up in my newsfeed and I thought of you the other day. How are things? Make it normal. Make it you. Don't be weird. Follow-ups. Follow up with every single person who likes your post. I don't care if your post is about your dog, your food, your drive into work, whatever it may be. If you posted something on your Facebook page and somebody took the time to like it, that's giving you an in for starting a conversation with them. You can comment on it. You can say, wasn't that picture of my dog funny? Or, oh my God, that meal was so delicious. Have you ever tried making that? I made homemade peanut butter the other day. I got so many likes on that. And that was like a great starting off point for me to be able to be like, that was so good. Have you ever tried making your own peanut butter? And people will be like, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. And then we'll go into a conversation about how I'm obsessed with peanut butter and I have a spoonful before I go to bed every night. And I feel like it's helped me lose weight. And then we roll it into our talks about challenge groups, etc. See where I'm going here? All right. So follow up with every single person who likes your posts. And if they're liking a challenge group specific post or like a coach sneak peek specific post, that's your time to literally just jump right in. That's so awesome that you're ready to go and you want to jump in the challenge group. What are your goals? Or that's so awesome that you want to be added to the coach sneak peek. I'll add you in right now. So those ones are really easy, but follow up with everybody. There is a YouTube video on my YouTube channel that's called How to Work Facebook. And there's also a video called Find, Share, and Bite. Those 2 things will be super, super helpful for you in this. And then follow up with anyone who's on your lists. So if you made a list the other day of people who liked your post from the other day and you started conversations with them and they didn't respond, now it's time to jump back in and just talk about something else on their page and get that conversation going again. Or to follow up because maybe you started a conversation and then it ended and you need to jump back in and continue building that relationship and continue having that conversation. So you've got those follow-ups as well. And then posting to Facebook. So you'll see right here, I said post 3 to 5 times a day, 2 of them being Beachbody related. So I will show you more about that in the coming slides. All right, guys. There is no lack of resources in this business. There is only a lack of resourcefulness. One of the things that's really going to irritate me about these next couple slides is that I have some, what are they called? Typos, etc. But that just shows you don't have to be perfect in order to do this. So what am I talking about here? So guys, there's so many resources that you can look into to help you with this business. You can look at other coaches' YouTube channels. You can look at their Facebook pages. You can look at their Instagram. You can go to the back office, the Coach Online office. You can go to the training section of the Coach Online office. You can go to coaching codes. You can Google things. You can look at the team page. You can look in your training groups. You can look in your challenge groups. You can talk to your coach. There are a lot of resources. So there's never a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness. So if you're complaining that your coach hasn't done a good enough job teaching you something, chances are that it's something that you probably could go find on your own, and really then that just makes it your fault, right? I'll tell you that when I got started as a coach, I wasn't handed guides. I wasn't handing training guides. I wasn't told where to go in the back office. I wasn't even told what a challenge group was. Legit, was not even told what a challenge group was. Wasn't added into one. I had to ask. I saw somebody else post about a challenge group, and I was like, hey, what are these challenge group things? And, Chris was like, oh yeah, you should do one of those. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you can't blame anybody else because the resources are there for you. The person with the fewest resources, but the most resourcefulness will far exceed those people who are rich in resources but lack resourcefulness. So make sure that you're taking it upon yourself to find the answers to things and to push forward and to do this business by finding the things that you need and being the CEO of your own business. That doesn't mean that your coach isn't there to help you, but it does mean try those things first and try failing and going, because I'm telling you that I think that I became a better coach because I didn't have those things just handed to me. So also figure out what your greatest resource is. What are you amazing at that you have to offer? And when you do so, you're going to realize, okay, that's great. What are my weaknesses? And then you can figure out what those are and find the resources that you need there. 2, apply the law of duplication, but think like there is no box. So what does that mean? That means as a coach, sometimes we're like, oh, I'm a little all over the place and I don't know how to get started. But because there's so many resources out there for us, we can go check this stuff out, right? So not every coach posts the same. Not every coach posts to Instagram. Not every coach does a YouTube channel. Not every coach does a blog. Not every coach does a Facebook page. But then the ones that do post there too, not all of them post the way that you would, right? So you want to find the coaches that you relate to. You want to see the way that they post and say, yeah, that sounds like me. That really feels like me and something that I could stick with. They're successful. I'll try it that way. That's the beauty of it, guys. It's all about duplication. But that doesn't mean that you copy exactly what that coach is doing. You make it your own. You tweak it, because being you is what's really attractive in this business. So find things that work, and in the beginning you can kind of play along and you can try doing what they're doing, but then post the stuff you want to. So for instance, just because you see everybody else posting a Throwback Thursday picture or everybody else doing a Motivational Monday, that doesn't mean that that's your jam. It doesn't have to be. You can post the stuff that you like, the stuff that is more you, and in a way that's more you, but still posting about the stuff that you need to in order to attract the audience that you want to grow your business. Hope that makes sense. I can't see you guys right now, so I'm just going to assume, yes, it makes sense. All right, 3, engage the law of a positive attitude. So you are absolutely correct that this business will not work for you if you're constantly saying this business will not work for you. If you're constantly saying, I can't attract business builders, or my posts never get any likes, or I can never come up with ideas to post, or I don't have any time, you're really just creating more of that. I'm looking at the chat just to make sure I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Kathy, I'll get to PD in a minute. So I really want you to think about those things that you're saying to yourself and check yourself before you wreck yourself. I went to bed every single night my first year as a coach saying to myself, my desire is to be a 5-star Diamond Elite coach. And my desire is for the greater good, because in order for me to get there, I'm going to have to help other people get what they want, have better finances, have better health, feel better about themselves, be able to spend more time with their family. And I said that to myself every night. And I did a meditation every night where I pictured myself walking across that stage, where I pictured myself being on a team call or a national wake-up call or those sorts of things, where I pictured my team growing, where I literally thought that. So I thought that and said that and meditated on that so much, guys. It came true, right? It came to fruition. I became an elite coach. I became a 6-star diamond, actually. So then, the next year I focused on elite. I focused on those things. Again, my business grew. Again, I made elite. So what you focus on grows. So if you're saying, I can't, that is what you're going to get. Change that self-talk. Start telling yourself you can. Start telling yourself before you go to bed at night that you're going to attract amazing freaking people into your business that are going to want this, that are going to grow this, that are going to run with you, and that are going to do an amazing job. And you guys are all going to be laying on a beach somewhere at some point going, wow, that was awesome. Because that's what's going to happen if you think it's going to happen. So change your attitude and things will work better for you. And there's resources, again, that you can find that will help you do so. So start with what you have and get the job done. Guys, it's not about being perfect. You don't have to have all of the answers right now. You have what you have and you just go. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you what to do. Don't wait for somebody else to put you in a training. You get out there and you find the stuff that you need and you just start going. And I promise you, you don't have to be perfect. Things will just start moving forward in your business. Boop. All right. There's 2 things holding you back in this business. One is excuses, and the other is either fear of failure or rejections, or you insert whatever here, but it's excuses or fear. Those are the 2 things that hold people back in their business. So what I want you to do is a little self-evaluation. And here's where my typos come in, which is annoying. But do you really want the answers, or do you want excuses? So when you're going to look at somebody else's page, or when you're going to look up something, or when you're asking your coach for advice, or when you're telling them what they're struggling with and they give you an answer, are you taking it and saying, okay, and moving forward? Or are you going, yeah, but for me, it's different. Or for me, I'm going through this, or whatever. A lot of people will use the time excuse with me. And I think that they forget that I used to work full time while I did this business. I worked full time while I created a 6-star elite business in 1 year. I was working 50 hours a week for 8 months of that. I put my notice in 6 months, but I stayed there for 2 months afterwards, kind of playing around with them and helping them find people, and then I left. So 8 months of that time was spent working for somebody else 50 hours a week, and yet I was still able to achieve that. So when I tell somebody else, listen, you've got to sacrifice, you've got to stop watching TV, you've got to sacrifice maybe a little bit of sleep in order to get these things done, but it will be worth it. Maybe say no to a happy hour, maybe say no to a weekend going away, whatever it may take, that's what I did. But I did it because I had goals. But when you turn around to me and say, I don't have any time and it's different because I've got this or that, it doesn't work for me, guys. Those are excuses. So do you want answers or do you want excuses? So are you making your business way more complicated than it needs to be? So I know it's so easy to get caught in the whole, because guys, I do it too. The whole like, I'm not tracking people perfectly, or maybe I'm not getting people started right, perfectly. Or I saw so-and-so sends out an email and then she has this whole website and then she has this and then this and then this. I got to where I was in this business by just doing the 3 vital behaviors every single day. I didn't worry about overcomplicating trainings. I didn't worry about having everything perfect. I didn't worry about creating an image for every single thing that I did. You don't have to make these fancy diagrams and fancy images to show on the team page. You can literally slap congrats over a picture and put it up. It's still giving recognition. People still love it. You can point people to other things. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's the beauty of having so many resources out there. So don't overcomplicate it, guys. Do you give yourself an excuse not to start? What's that bullshit story you keep telling yourself? Is it that you don't think that you can do this? Is it that you don't think you're good enough? Is it that you don't think you're as good as somebody else? Is it that you're afraid, or that you think that people won't like you if you do it? What are you telling yourself that is stopping you from taking that step of getting started? Figure that out. There's a great book, Start, by John Acuff, that I think will really help you. That it says something that is out there and 80% complete is better than something that's still in here and 100% complete. So get out there and start doing it. Are you taking initiative and doing things without prompts? Like I said, I didn't wait for anybody to tell me, hey, you should put your next post up. I didn't wait for anybody to say, hey, you should reach out to people today. I didn't wait for anybody to say, you should do a diamond training for your coaches that you want to go diamond. I just found the answers. I found templates. I found things that I liked and I tweaked them. There's templates right in the back office, guys. There's guides for your challenge groups. There's guides for Coach Basics. There's guides for Push to Diamond. There's all of those trainings there for you. You can take a peek at them. You can use them to a T, or you can tweak them and make them your own. You can find things from other people. You can find the guides that I've posted at teamprojectfearless.com. But don't wait for somebody else to tell you what to do with your business. And also think about it. The minimum is the minimum. That's what you need to do to keep your business just going. So if you want more than that, do more than that. Your coach doesn't have to tell you, hey, work this much harder if you want this. You know that. Just do it. Are you doing work that is equal to the amount of success that you want? Let me ask you this. If you spent $200,000 to join this business, are you doing enough work that it would make it worth it for you? You need to treat it as if it's one of those businesses that you'd be losing a ton of money on, because it's one of those businesses where you could be making way more than that, because there's a lot of millionaires in this business. There's people who went millionaire in 3 years, 5 years, 4 years, 6 years. There's people who've made six-figure incomes in a little over a year. There's tons of people in here that are making a ton of money, but you're not going to make that money if you treat it like a hobby. You have to treat it like a business. And are you focusing on selling or sharing? Because that's really going to affect how all of these things that you do, how the outcome is. So if you're sitting there and you're like, buy this, and your first thing out of your mouth when you're talking to somebody is about a program that they can purchase, and the first thing when they ask a question about how much it is for you to just tell them, hey, this program's this much money, that's selling. That's not sharing. You need to share your journey, and you need to share what's going on with you so that you can attract other people that you can help. And then you need to dig deep. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So let's talk about inviting. Ugliest slide in the world, I know. It's okay. So inviting. Friend, 5 new people a day. Already talked about that. Post 3 to 5 times a day. We already talked about that. Start 5 new conversations. Oh, look, I already talked about that. Build value. So what do I mean by build value? What I mean is that when you're starting a conversation with somebody, your main goal should be to get to know that person. It should be about building the relationship with them. It should not be about selling something to them. And if you're building the relationship with them and asking them questions in a way that will lead to a conversation about your challenge groups or about coaching, or it's just leading to them talking about what they're doing at work, or maybe they don't like work, and then it gives you the in to start talking about that, then that's what you want to do. And once they've told you what they want, that's your turn to turn around and tell them how you can help them get what they want. You built the value of what you have to offer to them. Handling objections, I'm going to go into that in a second. Go to bed with an empty messenger. What do I mean by that? Guys, when I go to bed at night, I make sure that I don't have one message unanswered in my Facebook Messenger. And that's because I want to make sure that when I wake up in the morning, I'm starting from scratch. I'm not starting behind the 8 ball. So if somebody asks me a question at 11:30, I'm going to answer them before I go to bed. Now, if you're already in bed, I don't mean keep your phone on and keep answering questions all through the night. But if you're about to go to bed, quickly answer any leftover questions or ask a question in a conversation that you had going, and then shut it off and let it be. And then you'll have, messages and conversations to start in the morning. Quicker success, do more. Do more. The 10X rule. Do 10 times what you think you need to do to achieve the goal that you want. I read this book, The Circle Maker, lately, and it's really a fantastic book, and it's a little more Christian in nature than what I'm typically used to reading. But one of the things that it says is that your dream isn't bigger than God. So think about that. We all think I shouldn't set my dream this high because I can't achieve it, but it's not up to just you to achieve it. So whether you think it's God or the universe or whoever has your back, it's up to them to help you push forward and achieve that goal. So nothing is unachievable. So keep pushing and set your goals really high, and then work 10 times the amount that you think you need to get there. And the other thing that, here's the book, Ryan just brought it to me. It's The Circle Maker right here. It's by Mark Batterson. And the other thing that he talks about too is that, he says God wouldn't provide a vision where he wouldn't provide provision. So, you were put on this planet to do big things. You have a light and you need to let it shine. And you can do that by helping other people. You weren't made to play small, right? So don't play small. Because that vision was put in you, and that heart of service was put in you for a reason. It's why you're here. All right. Posting 3 to 5 times a day, your brand, but in a sneak peek. Do you guys get what I mean by that? So it's your brand. Figure out what your brand is. What are the 5 things that you love, that you're passionate about, or that somebody thinks about when they think of you, or that you just really enjoy or love talking about? What are those 5 things? It could be hiking. It could be dogs. It could be you're a foodie. It could be that you love tequila. It could be whatever it is. You love wine. You love traveling. It could be any of those things. You love shoes. That's your brand, right? So you talk about those things. But also, guys, make sure that you're posting in a way where it's almost a live sneak peek every single day into what coaching has done for your business. So what do I mean by that? Let's talk about a few topics. Personal development. You should be reading personal development every day. I just told you this. By the way, the 10X rule, amazing book. I know I just talked about 10X on the other page. 10X rule, get it? Grant Cardone, amazing. So personal development, you should be doing this every single day. 15 minutes, 5 pages, whatever. Listen to it while you're taking a shower, listening to it in earphones while you're vacuuming, listen to it in the car while you're driving, listen to it right before you go to bed, or read 5 pages right before you go to bed, or open a book first thing in the morning to get your day started right. But be reading your personal development. Yeah, Ryan just said during your workout. There are definitely times where I throw in a workout and then I'll throw in like a national wake-up call or something to go really loud while I'm doing it too. So I'm learning while I'm working out. But there's always time to fit it in. Somebody tells me they don't have time for PD, there's just no excuse. So personal development, what can you be posting about that? If you're reading personal development or reading something every single day, chances are you're getting some sort of nugget that you can share on your Facebook page that will help other people. And you can talk about it, how it's changed your mindset, how it made your day better. Maybe you were struggling with something and then it popped into your mind and you rethought what you were thinking or changed your attitude about something. Those are all things that you can be posting on your page every single day. Shakeology. Now, I don't mean take a picture of you like this every day with your Shakeology. And I'm not saying like, oh, made my Shakeology, because that's annoying and nobody cares. But if you're posting something about, you know what, somebody in my challenge group just went off their cholesterol medication because of Shakeology, or their blood pressure medication, or they've got celiac and this is how it's helped them with their disease, or maybe it's regulated your body, or maybe you're just noticing more energy, or maybe you're sleeping better, or whatever the heck it may be, talk about it. Talk about how Shakeology is part of your daily life and how it has helped you. Don't just post that you're drinking it. Workouts. You should be working out every single day. So you can post something about your workout every day. And don't just post, here's my sweaty selfie. I want you to post about your workout. Was it hard for you to do today? Were you not motivated? Did you ask your group to give you a push? Did you stay committed because you're part of an accountability group, or because you're a coach makes you stay more accountable? How did you feel when your workout was done? Are you seeing results? Are you loving it? What's the tough part? Can you do more push-ups than you could before? Can you do more pull-ups than you could before? Did you last longer without taking any breaks? How are you feeling? Is your waistline shrinking? Whatever it may be. Are you lifting heavier? Share something about your workout. Your favorite parts of being a Beachbody Coach. This can be so many different things. It could be like, I just got a message from somebody telling me that they've lost 50 pounds. It could be, I just got a message from one of my coaches saying, is this money for real? I just made $300 or $700 or $100. It could be something from somebody saying, you know what? I was able to pay my car payment in Beachbody money. It could be somebody saying, I'm so enjoying this group right now because I felt like I was so lonely before as a stay-at-home mom and I didn't have anybody to talk to. What are your favorite parts about Beachbody coaching? What are the messages that you get? What are the things that you get to do? What is part of your lifestyle now that you didn't have before? What are the benefits and your favorite parts? Maybe it's the personal development. Maybe it's a national wake-up call. Whatever it is, what are your favorite parts of coaching? Share them. Objections. So if you're talking to people every single day, like you should be, reaching out to 5+ people a day, then chances are these conversations are going to come up where you're going to have objections. I'm going to dig into that a little bit later about how to answer those objections. But as far as objections go, talk about them on your Facebook page out loud for everybody to see. You might have seen my post today. It was about having enough space in my living room. And I said, sometimes all you need to do is move a coffee table. It might be a small space, but I'm not getting small results. That was as easy as that. If it's about money, then maybe you turn a post into like how you thought that way too, but it's actually made it so that you can afford your bills this month. If it's something about not having time, Talk about how Beachbody is your way out of your job so that you can have more time in your life. Whatever the objection might be that you get, spin it around and create a post out of it for everybody to see. And then I promise you the objections that you're going to get when somebody actually approaches you to coach are going to be less and less because they've been following you and you've already answered all their questions. Lifestyle. Do you get to travel more? Do you get to stay at home and work at home? Do you get to spend more time with your kids? What are those things that you get to do now? Are you able to hike better? Like lifestyle changes that you've experienced, whether it be just having a bigger group of friends. Talk about the lifestyles. Okay, address struggles. So what do I mean by that? I mean, think back to when you were struggling before Beachbody or even now and how it's helping you. Or think about your target audience. What are they thinking? What are they struggling with on a daily basis? How can you help them by talking about how Beachbody has helped you with that? So when I talk about that, I'm saying things like, I hated the alarm. I hated setting my alarm in the morning, and now I get to sleep in and not set an alarm unless I want to. I talk about driving into work. The other day I drove to go have coffee and I looked at everybody around me and they all looked miserable. And I was like happy-go-lucky going to meet my friend for coffee. You know, I talk about, not being able to pay your bills. That was one of my biggest things when I first started coaching. Was my first month I was able to say, oh my God, you guys, I just paid my entire rent with Beachbody money. I didn't have to touch my other money. What could that mean to somebody else? It may be something small. You might have been able to pay $50 for something. You might have been able to put $25 in your gas tank. But to somebody else, that might be a really big deal. They might be really struggling and you have the answer for them. So post about it so they know. Something inspirational or motivational. There's so much crap out there and there's so much negativity, whether it be on TV, the news, or your Facebook news feed. And you get to be that person that posts something inspirational or motivational for somebody. Make sure that you're positive, and if you are posting something negative, that you turn it around into a positive. Talk about nutrition. I've had so many people join my new challenge group because I told them that we're going to focus a lot on nutrition and how clean foods actually make you full. I've been talking a lot lately about how eating a yellow container full of potatoes compared to one piece of toast fills me up super, super quick. I literally am like, oh my God, I'm stuffed. And then I stay full compared to that other stuff. So I start talking about that. Talk about how maybe you struggled at first because you were worried that you wouldn't be able to go out to dinner. How do you go out to dinner now and still stay on track? Talk about those things. Post pictures of food. I know a lot of people share their food and they get a ton of likes. Share ideas. Make people like it to get the recipe. Make people like it, to get, so that you will share a tip or whatever it might be, but get them interactive. And then wins, last but not least. So share about your own wins. Share about your coach's wins. Share about your challenger's wins. Did somebody just rank advance? Did somebody just do something physically? Like they either were able to do something they weren't able to before, or they lost weight, or they gained muscle, or they've got abs, or whatever it might be. Maybe one of your coaches just posted something that's totally out of their comfort zone and you're super proud of them. Share that love. Financial, maybe somebody made money and they shared that with you, or you made money. Share that, guys. Share the ones that you're getting. Okay, handling objections. My biggest thing that I use when I'm handling objections is this: feel, felt, found. And all it is I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I have found is it works for almost everything. And you're not making that crap up, guys. You're really talking to them about what you went through. I did not want to do Shakeology at first. I was like, I don't do protein shakes. I don't do that sort of thing. But so I can now look at somebody and go, you know what? I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I like eating food. That's how I got into the trouble I was in. But what I found is that it actually keeps me full, curbs my cravings, gives me tons of energy, and I haven't been sick for over 2 years, and I eat far more food, clean eating, than I ever did before, and I don't feel guilty about it, and I'm not hungry. So feel, felt, found. Also, I don't know about that, but what I do know, so guys, when somebody says like, well, how does it compare to Herbalife? Or I've got somebody who does Advocare. Is it like that? Or what about Isogenics? Or they start listing off any product or supplement out there that isn't Shakeology. I say to them, I don't know about that, but what I do know is, and I list off what Shakeology is or what it has done for me that helps me with what they consider a value or why they're asking me, right? So I'll say, well, what do you know about Isogenics? What are you looking for? And I can tell you, I don't know about that, but what I do know is this. All right, so now that I know that, so somebody gives you the financial excuse, I can't afford it. So then I say, now that I know there's a financial need, have you ever considered coaching? for me, it was a struggle to get going too. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was this is a great way to make extra income and help you. So again, it goes back to that. And then somebody, if we've had a really good conversation and then they say, well, I'm going to wait till this, or I don't know, or, I don't know if I can afford it, or things of that nature, then I just say to them, is it really just the money holding you back? Because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's something different. And so then I can address that objection, and then sometimes they'll just move forward, right? So you want to make sure that it's just the money holding them back. And I should have probably reversed that, because if it is just the money holding them back, then I said, now that I know there's a financial need, have you ever considered coaching? Also, guys, sometimes they don't give you an answer, but they're like, I just don't know. I don't know. And you say, what's holding you back? I know you told me that you wanted to lose 15 pounds by your wedding. I'm telling you, this is going to get you there. What's holding you back? And then you'll get the answer. Sometimes it's that they don't think that they'll stick to it. Sometimes that they don't think they're motivated. Sometimes they just have tried a ton of things and it's never worked for them. Whatever it is, you're going to get a better answer if you dig deeper and don't just go, okay, and then you'll be able to answer them and move forward. Time, money, stress. Those are all reasons to coach. So if somebody says that to me, I turn around and tell them that. I go, you know what? I know how you feel. That's how I felt. What I found was, and I go right into why those are reasons to actually start coaching and not reasons to hold you back from doing it. I like to eat food. I don't do shakes. I just gave you the answer to that. I feel found. I already drink a protein shake, or do I have to do the shakes? Guys, the worst answer you can give to do I have to do the shakes is no. Well, why did you recommend it to them in the first place? You recommended it to them in the first place because you know it's the best way for them to get healthy and reach their goals. I would recommend it even if it was completely free and I made no money off of it, because I know how much it's changed my life and I believe in it that much. So I say to them, well, you don't have to do anything, but you told me your goal was X, Y, and Z, and I'm telling you this is the best way to get there. And there's a 30-day, 100% bottom of the bag money back guarantee. You literally have nothing to lose. So why not just give it a try? We'll converse over the next 30 days and we'll see how you're feeling about it. If you really don't love it and it's not doing everything that I know it's going to do for you, I will literally help you package it and send it back. That's my answer to that question. I already drank a protein shake. That's great. Shakeology isn't a protein shake. Shakeology is a dense superfood nutrition shake that feeds your body at the cellular level, making it so that your body knows that it's full, has the nutrients it needs, stops craving crap, regulates your body, tells you it's okay to let go of fat, gets you moving, makes you feel energized, makes you sleep better. It is completely different. And unlike most of those shakes that come from, say, GNC or other areas, it does not have soy or soy protein isolate in it that are all GMO. It does not have maltodextrin or dextrose or sucralose or aspartame or any of those artificial chemicals and crap that's going to turn immediately into fat in your body. I'm telling you, this is completely different and you should give it a try. See the confidence behind that? I'm paleo. I do CrossFit. You guys, I just give them examples. I say, that's great that you do CrossFit. We have a lot of people who do CrossFit that are actually coaches in this business. And some of them that do coaching on the side or CrossFit on the side, or they're getting better PRs or they're doing better in CrossFit because of their at-home workouts. And so it's been a huge piece for them. Plus the nutrition aspect that they get as a coach and the motivation that they get through these accountability groups has really helped them see the results of everything that they're doing. I don't have enough space for motivation. We already talked about that. The motivation part, I always just say that's exactly what these groups are for, is accountability and motivation. It's what I was lacking. Know how you feel, found. You can always go back to that. I've tried Shakeology and it hurts my stomach. I have turned so many people who have told me that they don't want to do Shakeology or that they've tried it or that it hurt their stomachs back into believers and lovers of Shakeology because of one thing. I told them to try half a scoop twice a day. If you have a bag at your house, get started on half a scoop twice a day. Do it with a half a banana, a spoonful of peanut butter, and some almond milk, and then tell me how you feel. And people will come back to me and be like, you're right, I can handle it now. Thank you for that suggestion. I'd like to order another bag. I would like to coach. I would like to be a rock star. Awesome. Welcome to the team. Okay. Be proof the product works. Do your workout and drink your Shakeology every single day and share about it. No hybrids. You know what a hybrid says to people, guys? It says that they have to go buy multiple programs in order to get the results that you're getting. Or it tells them that that one program isn't going to be enough for them. And then they start worrying that they shouldn't order it because they don't have enough money to go buy a bunch of different programs to get the results that you're getting. So they might as well just keep following whatever they're doing. So stick to one program and follow it to a T. It was made by the experts for a reason. So again, follow the nutrition plan and follow the schedule to a T. If you're doing a program and you're not doing the nutrition plan, chances are you're not seeing the results that you should see, so you're not being proof the product works and showing somebody else what they can attain. If you're going to Thursday night happy hours, Friday night drinks out, Saturday night dinner and drinks out, and Sunday brunches with drinks, and the rest of the week you're staying on track, I don't care what you do, you're not going to get the results that you need to get to show that you're proof the product works, because that's not the 80-20 rule. That's like the 50-50 rule. So when someone comes to your profile, do they know that A, you're doing a program, B, you run groups that can help others, C, why am I doing letters when there's numbers there? Whatever, you get it. You and others are getting results, and that you are someone that can help them. This is all about your posting, guys, right? So make sure that you're doing those things so that you're branding yourself as someone that can help somebody else reach their goals. Personal development. I love this quote. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day, unless you're too busy. Then you should sit for an hour. It's like Gabby's quote where she says, like, I love people who say, I don't have time to meditate. She says, well, do you have time to feel like shit? So here's the thing. You have to change yourself in order to attract the type of people that you want in this business. You have to be working on yourself and being your best self so that you can attract your best team and lead your team the best way you can. And when you grow yourself as a leader and personally grow yourself, you will actually help your team. Your team becomes better because of it. So personal development actually should probably be the first vital behavior, because all the other stuff doesn't work if you're not doing it. And excuses like, I don't have time, I don't like to read, I don't know what to read, I keep reading the same book over and over and over since month one. You need to start reading different things. You have an entire page on teamprojectfearless.com that's all about different personal development books that you can read. I think there's like over 100 different ones that I've recommended. I post in the team page all the time what books I'm reading or listening to. I already talked about how you can, listen while you're doing other things. So there's really no excuses about time, but you can also ask your coach. If you've gone through all your resources and you've looked at Amazon and you've looked at the personal development books on Team Project Fearless site and you've heard from your coach, then chances are you probably know which book you should read next. And if you've been reading the same book since day one, it's time to change it up. All right, create a to-do list and stick to it. So prioritize your daily tasks and do them first. Sit down to the computer with a plan, because otherwise what happens? You get stuck in the news feed, you start commenting on people's stuff, you get distracted, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to create a banner for my group, and then you're over here and you're over there and you're all over the place, and pretty soon 2 hours have gone by and you've got nothing done. So for somebody who's telling me that they don't have time, that's really important to make a plan and sit down to the computer, and you're not allowed to scroll through the newsfeed or do any of those things until you've done top priorities, which are your power hour. And we already went over what that was. Stay out of the newsfeed. Stop comparing yourself to others, because again, you can get stuck going, I wonder what so-and-so posted. I need some inspiration. I wonder what so-and-so posted. I need some inspiration. And then again, hours have gone by and you still haven't even posted anything. So stop comparing and overthinking and just do it. All right. Success Club. This is the crux of our entire business. When you make Success Club, you're helping people. You're signing up coaches. And then your job is to turn around and teach them how to do it. We overcomplicate this so much, you guys, but really the one thing to do in this business is this slide right here. Success Club. Make it. Recruit coaches. Help them make it. Do it again. Over and over and over and over and over again. People who hit Success Club every single month typically make a 6-figure income within 3 years. Those that make Success Club or 10 or higher do it much, much quicker. So help at least 3 to 5 people every single month consistently. That's it. That's businesses, guys. It's really, really simple. Really easy to do, really easy not to do. But if somebody told you that all you have to do every single day to have what you want is post to Facebook, start 5 conversations, follow up with people, which will lead you to Success Club, and that's going to give you success and what you want out of life, I mean, not a hard decision, right? Road to success. So here's my road to success. At the beginning of the month, I make 3 lists to work from, and I message all of those people. Don't worry about how you're keeping track, guys. Just write it down on a piece of paper. And then, you create your list of challengers. Who do you have currently that's just a challenger in your group, whether it be a customer or a discount coach? List of new prospects. So who are new people that you want to reach out to this month? List of no's. Who said no to you last month that you're now putting on your list, because that's a not right now. Those are not no's. Those are not right nows. And I can't tell you how many people I move over to the next month and they say yes. So keep those there. Make those 3 lists, and those are the people that you're going to start reaching out to. Then 2, set a goal to make Success Club by the 15th of the month as a non-negotiable. That's just helping 3 people within 15 days. Plenty of time, and you can totally do it if you're following those behaviors that I've been talking about. The bigger your goal, the faster you will grow. So if you want to hit SE10 by the 15th, or SE15, or SE30 by the 15th, then make that your goal. Your goal is your goal. You can go as high as you want. Run your page like a sneak peek, post 1 to 2 times a day. We already talked about that. Hit the Success Club. So you set your goal, hit it by the 15th of the month. Non-negotiable. You talk to as many people as it takes to get there. It's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. 5, teach your team what Success Club is and the key to the business, and help them hit it. Lead by example. So talk about it on your first one-on-one call with them. That's your first goal. Help them create their first post, and then help them reach out to those people so they can hit it their first month. And then that's duplication, guys. They'll turn around and they'll do it with their teams. 3 vital behaviors every single day. Of course, that's what this entire thing has been about. And don't make excuses and then do it all over again. It's as easy as it is. All right, so what did I do the first 6 months of my business that made it so that I could leave my job and cover my $45,000 salary? I reached out to as many people as I possibly could reach out to in one day. I did it at lunch breaks. I did it at night. I did it before work. I promised myself that if I had the busiest day on the planet and I could get nothing else done and I was exhausted and it was time for bed, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, that I would start 5 conversations. Those people might not answer me. That's fine. And I, most of the time at that point, was like, I hope they don't. But they would answer me in the morning, and then I would have something started already. So that's what I did. I didn't just say I'm going to start 5 new conversations a day. I said I'm going to start as many freaking conversations a day as I possibly can, because I want this, and I want out of my job, and I want freedom, and I want money, and I want it. That's what I did. I started my own training groups. I didn't wait for anybody to run training groups for me. I didn't wait to add my coaches into somebody else's training groups. If I wanted to help my coaches go Emerald, I started a group for them. If I wanted to help my coaches go Diamond, I started a group for them. If I wanted to help my coaches learn the 3 vital behaviors, I started a group for that. If I wanted to help my coaches track their power of 3 or their power hour every day, I started a group for that. So don't wait for your upline, just do it. I reached out to my upline for help. Hey, I'm stuck. This is what this person said to me. What do I do? Or, hey, I just sent an enroller and I got this message back. What do I do? Use your coach. Be resourceful and try the other things first, but use your coach for questions. You actually should be talking to your coach every single day if you're building this business. I listened and watched other leaders, and I implemented it in my own business and made it mine. I made Success Club a non-negotiable. I meditated every day. I meditated every night. I prayed every night. Ek Onkar is an amazing meditation, and I used to listen to it every night. It's a song. It lasts 20 minutes. You don't have to do the full 20 minutes. But it's the only meditation that actually comes with a warning because of the power of it. They want to make sure that you're focusing on something positive, because whatever you're focusing on during that meditation usually comes true. And I will tell you it did. Gabby's white light meditation, that comes from chapter 10 in her book, Add More Ing. What I already told you that I used to say to myself every night, that's the chapter 10 exercise. I set goals. I let those goals be known to everybody around me. I let them be known to my coach. I put them out there publicly. Set goals and tell your coach about it and tell other people about it, guys, because it'll make you strive to get it. I searched for better ways of doing things, and I wasn't afraid to try things and fail. Just go for it, guys. The only way you fail in this business is if you quit. I made it my mission to focus on how I can help, and I stepped away from the computer when my energy wasn't good. If I kept getting a bunch of no's, I knew it was me. It wasn't them, and that maybe something was wrong. Maybe I was focused in the wrong area, or maybe my energy wasn't quite right. And I would go and I would do a workout or some personal development or something and come back when I was feeling better. I ran team calls as an Emerald coach. I offered my services. I can run a team call on this. I can run a team call on that. I didn't ask or wait to be asked. I was the CEO of my own business, and I knew that my success or failure depended on me and me only. It is not my upline's fault. It is not my downline's fault if I don't reach a goal. It is mine and mine alone. I never dropped from rank. I never dropped from diamond rank. I never dropped from diamond rank because I did what it took. I looked at my downline every single week. Thursday's the best time to do it because it's the start of the week and you've got plenty of time to fix things if they need to be fixed. I would look at the order details of the people underneath me and say, okay, when did their Shakeology ship? Has it been 5 weeks? Should they be getting one this week? Who do I need to watch out for? What holes do I need to plug? If you don't know how to do that, ask your coach. I worked at a 10X level. I worked when I didn't want to work. I worked when I was tired. I can't tell you how many times that I would come home and be like, Ryan, I'm just exhausted. I just want to lay on this bed and not get up, but I've got a call in 5 minutes. And I would get up and I would go get on that call. And immediately I would be given everything that I needed to have the energy that I needed to get through it. And not only get through it, be pumped and ready to help everybody else and continue to work my business. So when you don't want to do it, you guys, start doing it. Usually when you feel down about your business, it's when you haven't been doing the vital behaviors. When you start doing it, spirit works through people and you're given everything you need to achieve your goals. I sacrificed sleep, TV, happy hours, weekend ski trips. I already told you about that. Guys, it was worth it. It was worth every freaking second of it because now I have freedom and I can do what I want and our finances are better and we can afford things and we're not living paycheck to paycheck and I get to travel and I meet awesome freaking people. I mean, Ryan was just on a ski trip in Jackson Hole, freaking Tony Horton all weekend. You know, like that never would have happened before. I get to stay home with Georgie or go, you know, to a swanky hotel for one night because I just want to. Like, those are the things that I wanted to be able to do. I wanted the freedom to create my life and design the life that I wanted. I didn't want it up to anybody else. And I knew that staying in the job and the position that I was in, I was going to be lucky to get like a 10% raise every year, if that, maybe 3% or less. And within 2 years, I more than doubled what I was making at my job. So if you're asking me if it was worth skipping some TV hours at night, or having it on but not really paying attention to it while I worked my business, it was absolutely 100% worth that missing sleep or missing TV hours or missing those things. 100%. What do I do every day now? I make a list of those people to follow up with. I start 5 new conversations. I friend 5 new people. I check into my groups, my challenge groups, my training groups. I post to Facebook a few times a day. I check in with my coaches. I track my coaches and prospects. I make Success Club. I repeat. Don't change what you're doing that got you to the level of success that you wanted. This past year was a big learning lesson for me, you guys, and I'm passing it on to you. I changed my focus. I started focusing on things that didn't matter. Things like creating new systems, things like creating websites, things like, you know, that just didn't need that much time. Focusing too much on people who say that they want to build this business but then aren't actually putting in the efforts. You know, you match your coach's efforts. You don't do everything for them. If somebody wants to run, you run with them. If somebody wants to walk, you walk with them. But do not spend all your time thinking about that one person that told you that they wanted it but are never doing anything, but asking you questions about things that may or may not happen in the future but aren't actually doing anything. So I learned that my time is valuable, and I learned that you don't step away from the things that got you to where you were in the first place. And for me, that was those 3 vitals and me teaching my team through groups and through trainings like this. That's what worked for me. It was nothing else. Big tracking systems, big organization systems, big websites, big things like that, graphics, all that fancy crap. You don't need to do any of that, you guys. Just focus in your wheelhouse and do what works. That's it, and don't change it. So, want to know what my big secret is? The big secret is there is no secret, guys. It's just hard work and consistency. It's the 3 vital behaviors. It's the 3 vital behaviors every single day, even when you don't want to. And that is how you grow a massively successful business. So that is the end of my call tonight. And I'm going to stop sharing. And if anybody has a question, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and shout it out. See if there's any questions in here. Is there one? Kathy, were you asking about the Super Saturday? Danielle is not at the Massachusetts one. Suggestions on PD and deal with posting better. I think I covered that. Team Cut Peeps, this is what we're talking about earlier. I covered that too. 21-day fix, 1,010% improved my CrossFitting. Never thought of the half scoop. Good idea. Good jump face. Fabulous call. Awesome call. Thanks, love. Thanks, call. Blah, blah. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. If there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and let you go because the call went a little longer than usual. Sorry, guys, but hopefully that helped. Love you all. Go get after your businesses. If you have any questions, talk to your coach. Bye.